Hi, my dear Taurus. Welcome to Lucy the Antigua Tarot. My name is Lucy, and I have your reading for the month of June. So, my dear friends, this is your reading for the month of June 2016. This is a 9-card spread, and in the center, which is you, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is your energy coming in for the month. This is you. This is your center. All the cards that are around the center card are the energies that are around you right now, okay? Right here. Coming into your reading is the Empress. And then you have the Four of Wands. And then I believe that's the Six of Swords. Yeah, the Four of Wands and the Six of Swords. And then you have the King of Cups. Your center, Six of Pentacles. And then you have the Ace of Cups. All right, and then down here at the bottom you have the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Let me pull this up a little bit. And then you have the King of Swords. Okay, so that is your reading for the month of June. These are the cards that have been dealt. Now your energy is coming in with the Empress. Let's pull her out. Okay, the Empress is the card number 3 of the Major Arcana. She comes right after the number 2, which is the High Priestess, and number 1 is the Magician. So this is a nurturing energy. It's a female energy. It means abundance and security, fertility, happiness, peace of mind. And this is the energy that's coming into your reading. This is coming in. The first card in your reading. This card can also mean opportunities to make an immense amount of financial stability or security, or to find that security. And this might happen right away. Something might come up. Regarding love, all is great, all is good. It's telling you to share. It's also telling you to take a leading role, a nurturing role. A leading role and a nurturing role right now in your life, my dear Tauruses. There's a lot of opportunity for you to gain a lot of affection and love right now. Also, a lot of personal satisfaction from giving. That's really beautiful. It's a very good card to have coming in. There's nothing negative about this card. It is reminding you to show appreciation for what you have. Show appreciation for the support that you have received from others, okay, which is a really nice reminder. And also show appreciation for what you have achieved for yourself. Lovely. The Empress is the complete and unconditional love card, my dear friends, and that is coming into your reading. Lovely, lovely, absolutely beautiful. Very nice. Okay, the second card that's coming into your reading now, these cards are crowning your reading, okay? And there's the energies that are crowning you for the month of June and that are coming in. And you have the Four of Wands. And this is also a really positive card. This card denotes happiness and contentment, joy. celebration and jubilance. Okay? Great excitement. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Something special has been happening in your lives, my dear Tauruses, and perhaps it's time to celebrate that. It is an opportunity. I love this. It is an opportunity to get to know your coworkers or your clients on more of a social level. My goodness. So because this kind of looks like a place that could, it's outside of the castle, so it's out in the public space. So it's hmm, very nice. Opportunities to get to know your coworkers better in a more or your clients in more of a social environment or under social circumstances. Perhaps a company dinner, something along those lines. You might just have a cause for a celebration. Something important has happened in your life. A promotion, opportunities for a raise. Okay, so here's another card that's talking about abundance and your financial security coming in. Both of these cards, these three cards right here. Actually, you have the King of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. You're doing pretty good. The only one that's a little not iffy, but the one that's maybe perhaps a little questionable because it seems like your whole reading is doing pretty good, but you do have these Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords means transition, move, getting on with your life, healing, transformation, movement, transition, having to move location. This could be a turbulent aspect of your life, Tauruses. Everything else seems to be going really well, but apparently you might have to be making a move. It says to trust your instincts and to go with it. Okay, it's time to move on. That's what this card is saying. And it is going to be perhaps a difficult journey, but it's again reminding you that changes are sometimes part of, well, obviously they're part of life. When we have to make changes, we have to leave things behind, and that is difficult. But change is important sometimes, and sometimes it's for the best. So there is that happening up here in your crowning your reading, my dear Tauruses. You do have these two cards that are really positive though at the beginning, very promising. That to achieve these things, you're gonna have to do this move. Okay. Now, that's crowning your reading. Here we have, in the middle, we have the King of Cups, your Six of Pentacles, and your Ace of Cups. So you are being held by the hand on each side by cup energies. And you have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is one of the most loving cards of the Tarot. Let's just pull him up so that you can see him a little better. He doesn't want to come up. There we go. King of Cups. This is a male energy. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But in reality, it could be anybody that has these characteristics. So this is a very loving king, sensitive, empathic, intuitive, a very good listener. Could be a counselor. or could be a great lover. So this could be somebody that has this energy. This is someone who is sensuous and enjoys the lovely things of life and especially enjoys physical affection. A this is a happy person, and it's most likely that it's a man, my dear friends, but it could be a woman too with these traits because these are general readings, okay? Loves to put smiles on everyone's face. Very talented, more subdued in very talented, but more subdued in his display of his talents. He wants to make sure that everyone is safe and secure and that they feel welcome. So this could be either it's somebody you know or it's you. So this card is saying to let go of your defenses. Be a little bit more understanding. Don't be so biased. Be a little bit more impartial. And it's also saying to be ready to commune heart to heart, spirit to spirit. Okay, so to be in touch with your feelings and to be able to express your feelings. Um, Beautiful card, and that is right next to your center. And on the other side of your center, you have the Ace of Cups. And this is a very positive card, my dear friends. There you go. Very positive card, the Ace of Cups. It's a beautiful card. And this card denotes trust, love, openness, happiness, contentment, sharing and caring. Love for work, finding happiness at work. And this is really lovely because, look what's crowning it. Your Six of Swords. So this is a really positive card for you. If we think about this move perhaps that you need to make. Let me pull these down a little bit so you can see. These moves that you have to make that are difficult, but you have the Ace of Cups here. It's almost like, it's like it's coming from below, like it's going to take root and flower. It's lovely. I love that. And it's right next to your center also. That's really beautiful. It's like hand in hand with you, these energies. Lovely. So, finding happiness at work, finding honesty at work is key. Okay. A good omen if you are waiting to gain popularity. Also, perhaps some social advancement at work. So here again, this card is related to your Four of Wands. The Four of Wands was making reference to your opportunities to connect with coworkers on a social level and how this is good for you. This is a good thing. So here you have these two very, very positive cards in relation to your social standing at work. Very nice. Very, very beautiful, my dear Tauruses. Gosh, I'm so happy for you. That's wonderful. And plus, you have a lot of really positive cards. You have the Empress coming in. She's your only major arcana, but she's quite the card. And then you have one, two, three, four. You have four court cards. You have three kings. The only king you're missing is the King of Pentacles, but you have the Empress. But you have the King of Cups, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. That's amazing. And these could represent people in your life. Could be related to your work, people you know at work. So let's look at this King of Wands. Also a male. Okay, so this was the King of Cups is a water sign. It could represent someone who's a water sign, as I was saying earlier. And that means that it could be the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But it could also be somebody who has these traits. All right. Now, the King of Wands, which you have right there below your King of Cups, and which are both of them are below the Empress. It's really positive energy. You have this King of Wands, and the Wands are fire. And the signs that denote fire are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you might know somebody at work who's either one of these signs or who has these characteristics. Okay, and these cards are at the base of your reading, which are kind of like the new foundation, perhaps, for the month of June, if you want to think of it in those terms. So this is a strong-willed king, fearless, a leader. So maybe it's your boss or somebody like that. Fun-loving, hidden genius, deliberate and inspired, a natural-born leader. So this could be somebody you know, or maybe it's something you aspire for. Okay. So here you are having to move, and then you have the King of Wands. This energy is playful. And this energy also has a stroke of genius in his artistic and business practices. Okay. Lovely, lovely card. Really beautiful. This king is someone who is extremely intellectually gifted. This King of Wands. It's all about cementing bonds in relationships for future unity. So here we go again. And it's talking about artistic, intelligent, genius. It's all, I think, in relation to work. I really do think we're talking about pentacles, financial security, financial stability, establishing firmer relationships with coworkers, and then here we have the same thing. It's not saying coworkers, but it is talking about bonds and relationships for future unity, or maybe there's a new love coming into your life. So what this card is telling you, my dear Taurus, is that only the inspired people, only those who are inspired, have the ability to inspire others. So it's telling you to bring the fun in, and be the change you want to see in the world. Wow. That's what that card means. I mean, it comes in your reading. Comes out in your reading, and then it's following all this wonderful energy above it, and it's following your Ace of Cups. Beautiful, my dear Tauruses, beautiful. And then you have the wonderful Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands basically saying you're done with the foundation. Maybe what you were trying to do was to establish a firm foundation in terms of your social connections at work. And and that this card is telling you you're done with that. Now it's time to move forward. So maybe this move is in reference to that. The Six of Swords, it can also mean transition, and maybe that is your transition. You've gone transitioned one step up of in the profession, in your professional ladder, to put it that way. Maybe that's what's going on. This knight has a lot of confidence, takes on responsibilities. It is reminding you not to overdo it, though, to balance it. Okay, now that you've set some foundations and people know you better, they might be expecting you to perform and do more things, and that's great, but to not don't take on don't overdo it, and to balance your actions, balance your energy, and that's like your new foundation. This is like right below your center. Above your center, you have creating strong bonds with people you work. And then here is balancing your responsibilities. Good time to travel. You might meet somebody special at work if you don't already have somebody special. Money's good, family's good, health is good. Spirituality, you're exploring new avenues. So this is your Knight of Wands. Lovely card. And then your card leaves with the King of Swords. Now, this is somebody you might know. This king represents authority. This person has a lot of authority. Could be somebody at your job. Someone in your life is that way. This king, because he's the King of Swords, and swords mean communication, ideas, sharp communication, focused communication, direct communication. This person might be somebody who's always telling you, giving you their opinions about what they think and how they think things should be. And that is absolutely fine. Usually they're very logical. This is a very intelligent, logical energy. But they can be a little overbearing, because even though they do make a lot of sense oftentimes with things that they say, they tend to express themselves a little forceful, and that of course kind of throws people off a little bit, but that's just their style, and oftentimes what they have to say is right on, but they are pretty insistent. And so what you want to do, if this energy is around you right now, is to just take a step back and think, is this really what I want? And to find your own self, your own sense of self, your own, and to form your own opinions about things. And this is the energy that's leaving your reading. So this could be like your boss, maybe, or your dad, or some a man of authority who's older, who's been around the block a bunch of times. Okay. It could be you. And if it is you, if you have this energy, it's telling you just to make sure you are not telling somebody else what to do, and you're not behaving that way, to kind of take it easy. With that energy, take a step back and ask yourself, am I doing too much, or am I saying too much? All right, my dear Tauruses. That is your reading for the month of June 2016. And I cannot believe that we're already in June of 2016. I just can't believe it. It's flying by so quickly. Time's just flying by. Beautiful reading, my dear Tauruses. Honestly, it gives me such pleasure to bring that to you and to see that everything's so great and positive for you and you have so much to look forward to and the energy's flowing pretty good for you. This was a general reading, you guys. So, it might not all resonate to everybody there. But anyway, thank you for visiting me. I wish you guys a wonderful month of June. I hope that you are, you know, enjoying your time, the summertime starting. Um, if there's a river close by that you're going out to visit the river and taking walks and hanging out in nature, it's so good for us, right? And I wish you lots of love with the people that are close to you, good times with friends and family. And I wish you lots of peace. And until July, take good care. Bye bye.